Hello, reviewers. Welcome to another segment of Knicks Bros TV here on Knicks Couch Report. Very exciting time, at least for me it is. I have my brother on here. I'll let him go ahead and introduce himself. But before I do that, how amazing it is, the role reversal of our teams. For many
Oh,
years,
it's not our. This is not our teams. It's
don't ruin
just
my intro,
one.
please. Don't ruin
Oh,
my
please. I just
For
don't want to
years,
hear
I
this
watched the
all.
Giants.
I just don't want to hear your mouth.
You do.
Entire show talking about my teams and reversal of
Well,
roles.
you know what? If that's the
Please
case,
don't listen.
here you go.
Don't get into that. Don't get into that conversation with
Everybody,
me.
here's my sour brother, Damon.
Hey, thank you everybody. Thank you for watching another session of Nick's Couch Report. Just uh, just to give you guys a heads up, this is gonna be a back and forth, conversation because he's just gonna try to push his way with reversal of his teams,
That's
and
right.
I'm not gonna let that happen. I mean, there's no way. Okay, just get over
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, let's talk about how amazing the Mets have been. Again, for all the Mets fans, for all the non-Mets fans, I'm not going to sit here and say, all right, this is the team that's going to go and win the World Series. I'm not doing that because as a Mets fan, I've seen this happen before. But I got to say, I mean, the Mets are playing really exciting baseball. 5.5 games leading in the NL East. The Nationals are trailing right behind us. We've scored almost, 78 runs this month. That's a lot. Cespedes has been on fire. They're just this amazing chemistry for the team overall. Now, currently we're trailing the Red Sox in a couple of games, but I just want to really just talk about the month of August and how well the Mets have done. D, how official do you think this Mets team is?
Listen, I like this Mets team. I mean, I told you, as you all know, and and all our viewers know, I'm a diehard Yankee fan. But listen, I give this Mets team a lot of credit. I love their pitching staff. It's a young pitching staff that it's going to be competing for years to come. They got some good young pieces, in their team. Um, I really like this Mets team. I think if they make it to playoffs, not if, when they make it to playoffs, because I think they are locked to be in the playoffs. They're gonna create some troubles for teams in NL. But I think at the end of the day, the reason that they are not gonna make it to the World Series, one of the reasons, one of the big reasons that they're not going to make it to the World Series, and win it is just because of Terry Collins. I have no faith in Terry Collins as a manager for the Mets, and I think if there was another manager managing this team, they would have had a very, very good chance of making it. I mean, I'm just throwing out there making it to World Series because, like I said, with that pitching staff, pitching is what wins you the what wins you the playoffs and World Series, and they got that. They have more than enough pitching. Their bullpen is not as solid as some other teams in the NL, but if only their starters could go as deep as possible, it's very possible that they can make it deep. But like I said, I have no faith in your manager, and just for that reason, I don't think this team will make it to World Series.
Always go on a rant when I ask you a question.
Listen,
I mean, it was what?
I just want a thought answer. It is what it is.
If you want
Don't
to,
get me
I would cut you off after the 5
I
minutes.
mean, I'm giving credit to your Mets team, so
You're
take it and run with it.
You're
I mean, for years, I have trashed Mets, and I will continue to trashing him. But now I am giving you some credit. Take it and run with it.
All right.
Don't try to.
Let me continue the show. Like I was saying, you're as consistent as your Yankees team. See how everything's kind of going forward. You see that? So tell me a little bit about your Yankees.
I love my Yankees team. It's very funny though. We got spoiled as a Yankee fans. While George Steinbrenner was alive, we got really spoiled. Every time we need a player, he took his checkbook out and he wrote the check and he bought every viable and every available free agent that could help the team. But now Brian Cashman taking the team to the direction that I really love. I really love to see this new blood coming in. It feels like back like in '95 when we had the young Bernie Williams, and then we had Derek Jeter and Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera and Jorge Posada just came in. And now we have a core of older players as A-Rod and Teixeira, which is on his last year of his contract. A-Rod, I think, got a year or two left. We got, a good, solid Brian McCann behind the plate. And now we kind of have that farm system to support them. We got Luis Severino, what a great pitcher, man, 21-year-old. I love watching him pitch, and just, the ceiling, he hasn't even hit the ceiling yet. I mean, he's still growing. He's still becoming a good pitcher. The great trade that we made for Nathan Eovaldi, I mean, what a pitcher he has become. Triple digits in fastball, and he has a killer splitter and a very good slider that the pitching coach has worked on with, and now he's 13-2. The past five, I think 5 or 6 stars that he had. Great ERA, very competitive. I love that he's young. He's like 24, 25-year-old. Severino is only 21. We got Aaron Judge in the system, the outfielder, very highly touted outfielder. Very excited for him to come up. I heard that he's not going to be one of the call-ups in September, but I am, very sure that he'll be up next year. We got Bird. I mean, he has this really beautiful swing, and I think he will, be a very good option. He's going to be a very, very good option replacing Mark Teixeira, So we got a couple of good shortstops down in the minor leagues as well, which we look forward for them to come up as well.
So looking at this Yankees team right now, who do you think, or who do you know is the MVP of this roster right now?
Man, this roster has lots. In my opinion, it has lots of MVPs. You got to look at the performance of A-Rod. I mean, amazing. Nobody in their, wildest dream thought A-Rod is going to come back after a year and a half away from baseball with everything that he had gone through, and come and have like 26 or 25, 26 home runs, like 78, 79 RBIs. Same thing with Mark Teixeira coming back and 31 home runs and almost 80 RBIs. Brian McCann has performed greatly. He's like at 24, I think, home runs and over 80 RBIs. So there are lots of MVPs for me, and I think it's like one of the good teams that won like in 2009 that they won the World Series. They actually play as a team. It's not really about the individuals, and they're doing a great job. I'm really enjoying, even though they are not as consistent as they should be. There are lots of up and downs, but I just like to see that growing pain that is coming with these young players and the mix of the older players. It's great. It's great to see that. I'm happy as a Yankee fan. It's a great future, I think, for this team. We went through a patch of a few years that we kind of stuck with all these old players, and we didn't have a good farm system, but now things are turning around. And I'm really happy about it. I'm excited to see, the rest of the young players that is going to be coming up.
Nick Sports TV, I promise we're going to get to the Jets and the Giants, but I have one more thing I want to address with the Yankees. How ungrateful are you guys? I mean,
what?
CC Sabathia. I know he hasn't been performing like he's supposed to, but that guy was the man in 2009. And now that he's gone, you guys are just throwing him around like an old rag. No,
it's not that. See, when you pay a player over $20 million a year, you expect performance every year. If he cannot perform, in my opinion, either he has to retire or or just sit on the bench, because the Yankees have a better chance of winning games with Brian Mitchell or Adam Warren pitching for them than CC Sabathia. Every time CC Sabathia starts, you expect right now to lose that game. So even though he has a big heart, even though he's a horse, even though he gives off 7-8 runs, and he still pitches and goes deep into the ball games, but that doesn't work for us. I can have Adam Warren go 6-7 innings, give up 2 or 3 runs. I'm fine with that. Or same thing with Brian Mitchell. I cannot have a CC Sabathia that makes a $20 million a year go out there and give up 5, 6, 7 runs, and that just doesn't go well with the Yankee fans.
Just a heads up for the Mets fans. Mets just won 5-4 against the Red Sox. That's definitely a good sign. That would put us back to 6.5 games up against the Nationals.
Nicely. You guys last 2-3 to the last team in the division. Very nice.
That's sweet.
Very
that's
nice.
Sweet. Yeah, let's be first and let's talk, okay? Right now, AL wildcard race, so cry me a river.
Don't worry.
With that being said, ungrateful is
we'll take over Toronto.
Ungrateful is still the word. The reason, again, I'm mentioning ungrateful is because how easy you guys forget as Giants fans.
We don't forget.
Regarding Eli Manning. No.
Please,
let me
listen. Do not put that tag on us. Please do not stick that tag on us. Okay. Ungrateful, okay? We are realistic. We are looking at the situation now, not the past. I don't care what you did for me in the past. I care about what you're going to do for me now and in the future. Continue, please.
Here we go. Week 3 preseason, it seems like it's become some sort of a preseason tradition. The Jets and the Giants face off. I'm not taking anything away from last night's game. Don't get me wrong. I don't get riled up over a preseason game, but I just love the fact that we beat the Giants. One question I do have for viewers is, and this is amazing to me, and I'll get back to this conversation, but I was listening to ESPN Radio New York, and there were like Jets fans coming on saying, I'd rather see the Patriots beat the Giants than that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, overall, I don't hate the Giants because there's no rivalry between us. There really isn't. But why would you ever want to root for an AFC East contender, than root for the Giants? So now with that being said, preseason game last night, we saw a glimpse of Fitzpatrick. I thought he did well. He threw that touchdown pass to Eric Decker. Cromartie picked off Eli Manning. Eli Manning looked terrible. Odell Beckham Jr. got shut down by Darrelle Revis. You hearing all this, D? Because it wasn't a pleasant game for you guys last night. We also, a kickoff return, a punt return as well. But the Jets were all over the Giants. A discussion that my brother and I have had off the air has been the Eli Manning contract situation. Now, looking at this from a Jets perspective, a perspective in which we hadn't had a franchise quarterback since Joe Namath, a guy like Eli Manning to us is very valuable. Now, I'm a little bit more on my brother's side, a little bit, having to see how much Eli Manning has struggled. But I promise you, as soon as the regular season starts, Eli Manning will not look the way he has. So I'm going to allow my brother kind of elaborate on his thoughts and why he feels like Eli Manning is no longer the guy in New York, and how unproven Nassib is the guy to go. So go right ahead.
Listen, first of all, I didn't say it's unproven.
Express that peanut brain of yours.
I said I will not pay Eli Manning the money that he's demanding with the performance that he's put on past couple of years. Please shut your mouth while I'm talking. I said I will not pay Eli Manning the type of money he's asking for the performance that he has put on the past couple of years or past 3 years, and the performance that he's putting on during this preseason. He does not deserve the money that he's asking for. He does not deserve to be in one of the top 10, quarterbacks to be paid. So I don't know what he's asking for. I don't know if he really said that he wants to be the top paid quarterback. I don't even care if he said wants to be the top 5 paid quarterback. I will not pay that money for Eli Manning with his type of performance.
Does Philip
Okay?
Rivers deserve that money that he received?
I don't care about Philip Rivers.
No,
I am not a Chargers fan.
Answer the question.
I am not. Listen to me. I am not a Chargers fan, and that is not an organization that I support. The organization that I support is the Giants, and what I'm saying is the Giants should not pay Eli Manning the amount of money that he is asking for, because it just doesn't worth it.
All right.
Okay?
But answer this question. Just a general question. I just want to ask you a general question. Answer me the question. Does Philip Rivers deserve the type of money he received in San Diego?
No, 90% of people that play in NFL don't deserve the money that they get.
Exactly.
No, well, that's fine. I mean, 90% of the people that are playing in the NFL are not playing with the Giants.
What Eli Manning, in his defense, he's looking at 2 Super Bowl rings.
Okay.
He's saying, why am I not getting that type of money?
Good for him that he won 2 Super Bowl rings. Those were the latest one. What was it, 2009 or 2010? That was the latest, and this
How
is
proven was his offensive line the last 2 years?
It's 2015.
But how proven was his offensive line the last 2 years?
It has not been good. But there are quarterbacks in this league that can throw better, even if they have that type of offensive line. Okay,
so let me ask you this. Because as a Jets fan, this is shocking. Let me ask you this. So you're telling me if you're the general manager of the New York Giants, which I wish you were, break some bread, but if you were the New York Giants GM right now, you're telling me you wouldn't re-sign Eli Manning. What is your direction then?
I would not resign him for the type of money he's asking for. Okay,
but you're resigning him for something that's much weaker, which he would deny.
That be it. If I put in an offer that I think
in a position where you could see yourself not having Eli Manning, then what's your direction as a New York Giants?
What is the difference? Let me ask you this. What is the difference? Listen to this. What is the difference? What is the difference if Giants lose with Ryan Nassib? Okay, let's say Giants go 2-14 with Ryan Nassib. Okay, and they go 7-9 with Eli Manning. Both situations they're gonna miss the playoffs, right?
One situation they'll have a draft pick.
Listen to this: 2-14, 7-9. Both scenarios they're gonna miss the playoffs. Okay. 2-14 gets a very good draft pick, which you could pick a very good quarterback. Okay. 1, 2. 2-14, you are not paying that quarterback $20 million or $25 million a year for just winning 7 games for you.
So you're asking for a rebuilding stage right now.
It's not just a rebuilding stage. If I am paying my quarterback $25 million a year or $30 million, whatever it's gonna be, I expect more than 7 wins. Okay, and Eli Manning at this point, that's all he can get if he can get 7 wins. Okay? Why would I pay him $20-something million for 7 wins that he's going to miss a playoffs while I can go with the quarterback that I'm paying few $100,000 and still missing the playoffs, but get a good draft pick, get a quarterback, and go from there instead of paying him $20 million for the next 5-6 years for me just to win 7, 8, 9 games a year. That's just that just doesn't cut it.
Let me tell you why. 9 games got you guys a Super Bowl ring a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was. It wasn't a couple of years ago. First of all, it was 5 years ago.
All right.
Second of all, 9 wins doesn't cut it anymore. Cowboys are much more improved.
I can agree with you on that.
Philadelphia Eagles are much improved. If you want to compete with these two teams,
Are you phased? I mean, do you like what you're seeing out of the Eagles right now? I mean, in preseason games?
Listen, they are
This is the typical Philadelphia hype.
right now. Listen, I'm a Giants fan, but I'm not gonna be sitting over here and giving you a bunch of BS. The
This
Eagles
is a typical
are a much
Philadelphia
superior
hype.
team. The Eagles are a much superior team than the Giants. There's no question asked right now. Okay, they can beat the Giants, behind every single game. Okay, they are much, much better than the Giants. Their defense is better, their offense is better, their special teams is better. Everything that the Giants and the Dallas have is better than the Giants. Giants right now, at the best, are the third team in that division. No question asked. It's just a matter of how many games they're gonna win. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just a fact. I mean, look at them. Look at their defense. They barely can stop anybody. Look at the offense. The offense just stinks right now. I mean, I don't know if they can get it together. I don't know if Eli can get it together.
You're looking at way too much.
With all the weapons that he has, Beckham Jr. and Victor Cruz and Ruben Randall.
Exactly. If you are trying to go into a rebuilding phase right now with having such nice wide receiving core like Cruz and Odell Beckham and Randall, I don't think this is the time. Listen, I'm only telling
Why
you
not? This is the time actually.
Listen.
This is the time actually. Bring a young quarterback. Let him rise with these receivers that are young and under control for a few more years. Why would you just stick with somebody that just can't get you anywhere anymore? I mean, it's just I give Eli Manning 2 to 3 years. Every year I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna come back next year, be better. Maybe he's gonna come back next year, he's gonna be better. But you know what? I think we just give him enough chances right now.
I mean, he's going through a transition of offensive coordinator.
I don't care what he's going through a transition of what. He's a quarterback in the NFL, and he should be able to make better throws and better decisions than he does during these games. So I don't care if it's a transition of coach. I don't care if it's a transition of offensive line. I don't care if it's a transition of his life. I don't care about any of that. As a quarterback in an NFL team that gets paid $15-20 million a year, you should be able to make better decisions than the ones that he's doing. It's absolutely unacceptable.
That interception against Cromartie was pretty bad.
Everything is
last night. I literally held my breath, and I tossed and turned till I found out the results on Leonard Williams' injury. I believe it's a muscle strain in his knee. It's not they did an MRI on him this morning. It's not that big of a injury at all, which is really good. I'm a little bit impressed with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick has kind of, he's stepped in and he's able to make his throws. The couple of games that I've seen it, but again, it's preseason games. He is part of a offense that he was very accustomed to in Buffalo under Champ Gailey. How likely do you think, Geno Smith still has a shot on this team or in the NFL in general?
Well, the way Fitzpatrick is performing, I don't think Geno has any chance of getting his starting quarterback job back anytime soon, unless Fitzpatrick get hurt. Then Geno would be the next logical quarterback to put in. But you know what? At this point, Fitzpatrick is the number one to go. I mean, he's been impressive. I mean, even though it's preseason, but still, he has been impressive, and he has to be your number one, no question asked.
Do you expect Odell Beckham's season be as good as last season's? I mean, one thing that I hate about that whole Odell Beckham situation is he had such a good rookie year, and that catch just overlooked everything. It kind of symbolized what he is, but he does so much more than what we saw. I mean, that was an amazing catch, don't get me wrong, but Darrelle Revis came out and said that going to this season, corners are going to put a target on Odell Beckham and really just put their number one guys on him. And we kind of saw that last night. Do you think he's going to have that good of a season as he did last year?
It all depends, man. He's a good player. He's fast. He's a good route runner. He got good hands. But can Eli Manning throw the ball to him? That's always going to come down to. Can Eli Manning throw the ball to him? Done deal. I mean,
But
that is just down to that.
You put two guys on him when you're the best guy on him. I mean, you still got Cruz and Randall.
That's the thing, though. He can. He doesn't always have to catch the balls. He can be the decoy. He can be the player that pulls to a safety and a corner to him, or a linebacker and a corner to him, and opens up the door for Cruz and Randall and Fells and all that. So he doesn't always have to be catching the balls, but when it comes to a crucial ball that needs to be catched, if Eli Manning can still throw, he will catch the ball. That's how confident I am in this kid.
Yeah. No. Yeah, guys. That's really all we got for you guys today. Is there any other topics you want to talk about? Man, that rest in peace to that fan that passed away last night during the Yankees and Braves game.
Oh man, I was watching that Yankees and Braves game live last night when that happened. Very sad. Our heart goes out to his family, and it's definitely very sad. Yeah, it's a very sad accident.
He's probably fed up with he's fed up with the Yankees being inconsistent.
Yeah, you don't want to see anything like that happen, in any sports. But that was very unfortunate to see last night. But yeah, otherwise, we really got nothing going on the Knicks front. A couple of rumors here and there. We really don't want to give it more wings to those rumors, because they are really too dreamy. Too dreamy to actually really come true. So we are not going to give any wings to those rumors. The only thing you keep hearing is that Jose Calderon will be on the move, either by the start of the season or the mid-season. He will be on the move somewhere. Phil really wants to get rid of that $7 million, salary that is left. Also, he probably wants to get a young player in.
Knicks Bros TV officially is the sponsor of Phil Jackson.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, I love this guy. Listen, this guy actually turned this franchise around in a year and so many months that he's been. We are not the laughing stock of the NBA anymore. We are not that dysfunctional organization anymore. There's actually some management and some characters in this team. And I don't know how anybody could not support Phil Jackson and what he has done so far for this team.
That's right.
Short of taking this team to a championship, short of taking this team to a conference final in just a year and a few months, he has done amazing, job. I got as a Knicks fan, I can't ask for anything more. If you haven't had a stable management, a stable front office for so many years, that this is just like a gift for me. This is actually like a president. Absolutely.
Phil for president. Absolutely. I'm voting.
Hey, I'm voting too.
I just signed off on it. All right, Knicks Bros TV subscribers, fans, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. Regular football season will be starting in probably less than a month. That's really exciting. We really want to see what are the players that are going to be able to be kept on the Jets and the Giants. Basketball season is a few months away, and baseball season is definitely heating up, getting ready for October. Knicks Bros TV will cover as much as we can. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to let my brother sign off as well, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for watching. Definitely, everything is heating up right now. Like I said, we're getting into October with hopefully Yankees and Mets both in playoffs. So that is going to be very exciting times for us, for the Mets fan and for the Yankees fan. We look forward to that.
Subway Series, everybody.
We look forward to the Giants and Jets, and a couple of months down the road, we'll be looking forward to the opening season for the Knicks. So good things are coming up. Hopefully everything this year is going to be different. We're going to have some teams to be proud of, and that's all we look forward to. Definitely, subscribe and refer us to friends and family members. Share our videos, and we love to do this for you guys. And don't forget to leave the comments. Thank you so much.